Hello and welcome back to Based on Board Overview. So in this video, we're going to walk through some of the strategic plays in our baseball game. We'll cover how to use your cards for stealing bases, turning double plays, making clutch assists, and even challenging calls on the field itself. So let's get started by looking at some of the cards that you may be encountering in the game. So we'll start with stealing bases. These plays revolve around these orange action cards. And if you're on offense and holding one of these steal cards, your goal really is to advance a runner without a hit. You can only play a steal card immediately after the pitcher throws the pitch, and you will present, after that, you'll present one of these cards, and then it'll be like, for example, the stolen second card. So you have runner on first base only, and if you play this card and the defense has no counter, your runner advances safely to second base. So that's that. Stolen second. So what does this mysterious stolen third card do? Well, just as the same as the first card that we just gave, if you have that runner on the second base, you can play this card, and as long as it's not countered, your runner from second base advances safely third. That's that. So now you may be wondering, what would this steal of home card do? Well, let's say you have that runner on the third base, and this is play this card so you can safely bring that back home and then score a point right there, right? So there's that. And if you're on the defense side, what do you do then, right? You have these same orange cards that can counter on the defense side that offers you to catch these steals, right? So caught stealing second. What does that do? When the offense played that first stolen second card, well, you immediately use this card to throw that, player out, and that scores an out. So just keep that in mind. You caught the runner. Well, obviously that's an out, right? There's that. And then same as this. When you have the stolen third card presented, well, caught stealing third. That's the card that'll cancel it out. So just keep that in mind that you have a counter card that'll come in. So just keep that in mind. And now on the next part, we have this card called Double Steal. Previously, we had designed this single double steal card to be in the game, but after extensive testing, we have decided to phase this card out, and there will be a new way to attempt a double steal, which involves playing two cards at once instead. So our testers have said that this double play may become redundant when you can just use the stolen second and stolen third card together. So if you're on offense and holding these two steal cards, you can have runners on first and second. So you can play our cards at the same time, and then the runner goes from the second to third, first to second, and you can all advance. So just keep that in mind that we've decided to phase some of these cards out. We're continually testing before the final release to see what would be the best combination, because we don't want the game to get too easy for many of the players. So that's how we would, make these changes available. So what do you do if you're on the defense side and you encounter that double steal or play of those two cards? Well, even if you have the cards to stop both runners, for example, you have the both caught and stealing second and caught stealing third, you can only choose one runner to throw out, right? You only have one baseball on the defense side. So the other runner will be safe. And this kind of reflects the real life fielder's choice on the double steal side. So just keep that in mind as you make that counter play. You will have to make decisions that makes most sense. So obviously you'd want to throw out the advanced runner up front. So just keep that in mind. So when you do get a hit, what can you do? Well, there are errors and resulting extra bases coming from some of these card plays. For example, if you're on offense and holding a hit plus error card, this card capitalizes on a defensive miscue. So situation would be your batter gets a hit and then you roll the blue die to determine how far you advance. At this time, the hit type is determined and the runners have advanced normally. Then you play this card. So the batter and all runners advance one additional base safely. So you can just, add all saves and plus one base to all your players. Now, let's talk about double and triple plays. These defensive cards can end an inning in a blink of an eye. So if you're on defense and holding a ground double play card, so the situation would be there is a force play situation where a runner on first with less than 2 outs, or runners on first and second, or all the bases are loaded. Yellow die results in a ground ball out. And if you play this card at that time, instead of 1 out, you turn a double play resulting in 2 outs. So there's that. So what's next? If you're on defense and holding the line drive double play card, so the situation is there is a runner on base and less than 2 outs. The initial die roll indicates a hit. You play this card before the blue die is rolled to determine the type of hit. The hit is nullified. Instead, the batter is out on a line drive. And one base runner is doubled off their base for a double play. So there's that line drive double play card. If you're on defense and holding the ground triple play card, this is one of the rarest defensive cards in the deck, marked with just 1 star. So these stars actually indicate how rare they are. Less stars, more rare. So the situation in this case is runners on first and second or bases loaded with 0 outs. The die results in a ground ball or line drive, and you play this card to get 3 outs and end the inning instantly. So it'll do that just like that. Just keep that in mind. There are some powerful defense cards as well. Now for these challenge cards. So these black challenge cards represent a manager's challenge and can reverse a pivotal play, right? If you're on offense and present a challenge card, toss it out there, challenge card, you can challenge a play where your runner was called out. For example, players are caught stealing. In that case, challenge the call out to make your runner safe. There was a pickoff. Well, challenge that successful pickoff to get your runner back safely, or ground out. So challenge a close play at first base to have your batter called safe. So there's that. If you are on defense and present one of these challenge cards, you can challenge a play where an offensive player was called safe or even home run occurred. So infield hit, there's the challenge safe card called to get the batter out at first. Or successful steal, there was a challenge that safe call to have the runner called out. Or you get that home run throw, challenge a fair ball call, and then hope that it'll be turned as a foul. So just keep that in mind that that's possible. Now, how does this work? So let's say you throw that challenge card out there, right? So I did it again, but challenge card is out. When the challenge call is made, you draw a card from the deck, and this is shuffled and at random. You get one of these 2 cards. One is reverse and the other was confirm. So call confirmed, the original play stands, and if it is call reversed, the play is overturned. So just keep that in mind. These challenge cards make it a little more exciting, and some of the plays that you thought was just completely over and done with, and that the winning play was made. Sometimes these challenges can be made like an instant replay. So just keep that in mind. And this kind of covers our advanced strategy cards. There are more cards to go over, but that's something that you can do as you play the game. And mastering and holding it and then presenting it, making that decision really is the key to victory.